Hi, thanks for stopping by. I'm Gail from Rubber and Ink. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This is the card that we're going to be making today. It's a very easy card. It uses the Petal Palette stamp set, and also the sentiment comes from All Things Thanks. And both of these stamp sets, now this stamp set, All Things Thanks, is in the annual catalog, where Petal Palette is in the New Occasions catalog. And just to show you a little tip, this stamp set normally comes in two cases, but I combined my cases. I put both stamp sets in one case, both stamps in one case. And then what I did is I just take the label and I put it on the inside, on the front and the back. That way I don't have to keep track of two stamp cases. Okay, so to our card. I'll put this aside. We're going to start with a 8.5 by 5.5, 8.5 by 5.5 garden green card base. Is scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so let's just set that aside. We don't need it right now. And then we have a garden green panel, which I have already embossed for you using the Garden Petal, I believe it's called Garden Petal. No, Petal Burst. It's called Petal Burst embossing folder. So I pre-embossed that for you so I didn't have to bring the big shot out. All right. And I put 2 pieces of tear tape on the back because that's what we're going to use to attach the ribbon. Let's see here. Take the liners off. Then what I do is I take the ribbon, put it across the middle, and I tuck the ends onto the back where the tear tape is. Okay. Then from there we can attach it to our card base, and I use the mono adhesive. I love this stuff. Okay, so then we just put it on the card base like this, center it. Okay, now we can set that aside for sure. Okay, let's get to our stamping. All right. All the measurements are going to be listed later on underneath the video and on my blog. So let's see. This Whisper White piece is 2.5 by 3 1/4. Okay. We're going to use the garden green ink and the leaf from the Petal Palette stamp set. Okay. And then we're just going to stamp it down. Okay, we can set that aside. We're done with that. Let's close it up so we don't have any accidents. And then the Berry Burst is what... Okay, so we're going to stamp the flower with the Berry Burst ink. And just going to put it in 3 different places. Okay, so we're done with the ink. And let's stamp the sentiment. Okay. All right. And I use the Memento Black. All right. Now, let's glue this. to our Berry Burst piece of our panel, which is 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. All right. Now, I like to use, we're going to put this onto our card using dimensionals. And I'm one of those who likes to use a lot of dimensionals. A lot of people use just a few, so don't have a fit. I use a lot because I don't like my card to be sinking down in the middle. I like it to stand up and stay that way so the recipient can enjoy it. It's just looking nice and sharp. Okay. All right. So then this goes on right there. Okay. Then I made a ribbon, a bow. Use a couple of glue dots. Attach it to the side right here. Okay. So the front of the card is done. All right. So that's how I completed the card, by finishing up the inside. So let's do that piece now. So my Whisper White panel is 5 1/4 by 4. All right. Okay. So we're going to go back to the garden green ink. Just stamp it in the corner. And then the flower, let's use the Berry Burst ink again. Okay. So then that's all you do for the inside panel. Add some glue. Put it down in the center. And you're done. And your card is complete. All right. I'm glad you stopped by. There'll be more videos coming up in the future. Come back and see me. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook under Rubber and Ink. I also have a blog, which is rubberandink.blogspot.com. All right. See you around.